So, you're walking around in a cave, like you do, and all of a sudden, bam! You discover this new ore. It blocks and emits particles when you walk over it, and you're all like, what? So you decide to mine it, because it's an ore. And, well, like most ores, you decide to mine all of it. And then you just walk off, as if nothing happened. But little did you know, you just ran across one of the most enabling pieces of the entire game. So, knowing redstone exists is nice and all, but what can we do with it? Well, first of all, it can be powered, but it only travels 15 blocks. This degradation over blocks is called signal strength. Second of all, it activates other things. Things like this, and these. Don't worry, we'll go over what those do in a little bit. For the purposes of this video, I have applied a texture pack that shows me the signal strength of the redstone. It can be found in the description. This is the repeater. Its job is to extend the redstone signal strength. Notice how, no matter what we put in, it always comes out as 15. That's the entire job of the redstone repeater. Did I say that's all? I'm sorry, my bad. What I meant is, that's only part of what they can do. They can act as memory cells of sorts. See, if you power one set of them with either a repeater or a comparator, then they will hold whatever state they are in, and they can no longer be updated. So if they were off and you power them from the side with a redstone repeater or comparator, it'll stay off. Same thing if it's on. Notice how even if I update it with new redstone, it doesn't update. There's one more thing about the redstone repeater. See, they're really good at having delay. By default, each one has a 1 redstone tick delay, which is 2 game ticks, which is 1/10 of a second. But each time you right click it, that little bar goes further and further down the repeater. This means it will have more delay all the way up. So you have 1 by default, then 2, then 3, and then 4. Each one of those is a redstone tick, which again is 1/10 of a second. So on to the comparator. So the comparator's job is the exact opposite of the repeater. Instead of refreshing the signal strength at 15, it keeps the signal strength. Now, this is extremely useful because now, instead of just 1s and 0s on or off, we now have a whole new system called hexadecimal, which is 0 through 15. So 16 total things that we can represent with just 1 line of redstone. But that's not all that it can do. It has 2 additional modes. The first of which is subtract mode. Now it's simpler, but that's not saying much because I still fumbled around with it. It just takes in the main input, aka the one coming from the top, and a side input from either side, and it subtracts the top input from the side input, and outputs the result. So here, 15 minus 14 is 1. Now, it doesn't need that additional comparator there. I thought it did. That's what I meant by fumbling around. Now, I messed up the order here a bit, but the other thing that the redstone comparator can do is it can read the contents from a container. Now, it doesn't have to be a chest. It can be a dispenser or a dropper or anything that holds blocks besides an entity. But it reads it as a percent. So the more items I put in there, the higher the signal strength output will be. Now, there are special cases with this that I didn't think about when I was recording this, such as the jukebox, the crafter, and the respawn anchor, surprisingly. But those you can see on the screen now. Oh, and it can read it through blocks. So let's say there was a block right in front of the comparator, and then you had your block that contained the items. That would be fine. It would still be able to read that. One final mode to the comparator, and that is basically the normal mode. And all it's checking is if the main input is greater than, equal to, or less than the side input. Okay? If the main input is greater than the side input, either of them, then it will output the same signal strength as the main input. However, if either of the side inputs are greater, it will just turn off the signal.